This episode of Grey's Anatomy turned into one of the most terrifying moments of Jo's journey to motherhood, putting both her life and her twins in immediate danger. What began as a moment of panic after her water broke far too early escalated into a full-blown medical emergency that none of the doctors at Grey Sloan saw coming. Jo was only 33 weeks into her pregnancy when her water unexpectedly ruptured. Even though that news was alarming, the initial reassurance from the medical team brought a short-lived sense of relief. The babies were holding steady, and early labor didn't automatically mean disaster. But as quickly as the relief came, it evaporated the moment Jo began struggling to breathe. Her shortness of breath wasn't just discomfort or anxiety, it was a warning sign. Link reacted immediately, paging Ndugu for answers. The situation rapidly intensified when Ndugu ordered an echocardiogram, and Warren, who performed the test, exited Jo's room with a look that said everything he wasn't yet allowed to reveal. His quiet command to page Ndugu again, this time with a 911, signaled a shift from concern to crisis. Jo's diagnosis came like a blow to the chest: peripartum cardiomyopathy, a rare and dangerous heart condition. It meant her heart was failing under the stress of pregnancy. Suddenly, Jo, someone who has survived trauma, abuse, abandonment, and heartbreak, found herself fighting a battle her own body was losing. And the stakes couldn't have been higher, because she wasn't just fighting for herself anymore. She was fighting for her twins. Ndugu tried to offer comfort by laying out their options. There were treatments, medication, supportive interventions, and even a cardiac pump that could stabilize her heart and buy the babies more time. 7 weeks. That was how early they were. Every day mattered. Every hour mattered. But Jo didn't even get the chance to choose her path. Her vitals plunged without warning. Blood pressure dropped, oxygen levels dipped, and the window for cautious planning slammed shut. She was rushed into the procedure room as alarms blared and the twins' heart rates began dipping in tandem with hers. It was as if Jo's failing heart was pulling the babies down with her. And the terrifying truth was that they didn't have time. OB was delayed, and suddenly the responsibility fell on Ndugu. He hadn't delivered babies since med school. But now he was the only thing standing between Jo, her twins, and disaster. As the room filled with tension, Jo lay unconscious, her life hanging in the balance. The twins were losing their fight too, their stats falling, their tiny hearts stressed by the chaos in their mother's body. Ndugu had no choice but to operate. The episode ended at the moment he made the first incision, cutting not just into Jo's abdomen, but into the fear of every person watching who didn't know whether she or the babies would survive. This wasn't just another medical scare. It was a life-or-death battle for Jo and her twins, one that left the fate of all three suspended in the darkest, most uncertain moment of her story. Thank you for watching.